Hi Taurus, welcome to the Fool's Journey Tarot. Today is August 20th, 2019. I am getting ready to do a general love reading for the sign of Taurus. So if you have Taurus anywhere in your chart, this may resonate for you. It is meant to be a general love reading, so it can pertain to any type of relationship that you are dealing with, but it also could resonate as a situation or circumstance you're also in. Excuse me. It is also not time specific, although I do attach a date to my videos. It's more for organizational purposes than anything else. So if you're watching this a week, month, or a year from now, it may still resonate for you. Take what does and leave what doesn't. My intention is to reach as many people as I can who will benefit the most from the message. So we're going to get started. I have pre-shuffled all my decks. Let's see what's up with Taurus. You have the Magician in your underlying energy, paired with the Emperor in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Page of Wands in reverse. Ace of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. Worth mentioning, the Ten of Pentacles came up in your pre-reading as well. Star card. And the Queen of Cups in reverse. So what is up with you, Taurus? What is up with Taurus? I feel like there may be a lack of movement with news or a message that you may have been waiting on or are waiting for regarding a relationship. It could be within the family, the love relationship within a family unit, or a person that you're very close to that may feel like family to you. Or this could also just mean that it's a long-standing relationship. Something you may have developed over time. These two cards in your underlying energy, the Magician and the Emperor in reverse, two pretty powerful energies. I feel like you may have a sense that you have manifested a lack of control within a situation or relationship. I feel like you don't have control, and I feel like you may feel like you've brought that on yourself for some reason. The Star card paired with the Queen of Cups. I'm going to reserve comment on those two cards for a minute. I'll comment after I get this next set of cards out. I want to see what else comes out. So in your underlying energy paired with the Magician, you have the Mother of Fire in reverse. And the Two of Earth, clarifying the Emperor in reverse. Sorry, I know I'm being really quiet, but I'm thinking about these cards. What do you need, Sylvester? Okay, why are you up here on the table? I didn't call you over to come walk through my reading. Okay, you can't be up here. Watch out. This is my daughter's cat, Sylvester, and I love him dearly. He's very cute, but he likes to get up in my business, if you know what I mean. Sorry, Taurus. I'm peeling wax off of a card because some wax just dripped onto one of my cards. The Three of Swords in reverse. This was in your underlying energy. So here's the thing, Taurus, and here I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pause for a minute before I put any more cards on the table, because there's several different energies on the table, and whenever more than one or two people show up in a reading, it can get a little muddled. So in your pre-reading, since I've shown you some of these cards anyway, let's go ahead and start with that, because you have the Queen of Swords in reverse and you have the King of Pentacles. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles. So, and then your first card that I pulled was the Three of Swords, which I've shown you in the reverse. So this card can indicate healing or a need to heal or something that needs to be repaired, some heartache and sorrow that you may be coming out of, and I do feel like it's related to a family situation, or like I said, someone who you have been close to for a long time, so it may feel like a family situation, or even a connection that's so close that it could even feel like a marriage to a certain extent. This card can indicate marriage, but it could be a long-standing relationship. These two energies are at odds, or have broken apart, separated. I feel like the King of Pentacles is your energy. And this person is not speaking, or could be actually very angry or upset at you. And I feel like there either was a lack of power or a misuse of power within a family situation. And this person might be playing the blame game with you. That's what I'm getting right now off of these cards. Now, there's another energy on the table that I feel is a separate person, and it's this Queen of Cups in reverse, paired with the Five of Air. Something about this set of cards tells me that this person, whoever this person is to you, either has control over the situation, or has the ability to fix things, or for whatever reason feels like the person who caused the issues you're dealing with right now is the responsible party involved with the situation on the table. There's a sense that, Taurus, you feel like I don't feel like you're even talking to these people that are showing up in your reading. this card indicates you have to use something other than logic to figure a situation out. So I definitely feel like there's some confusion here. Maybe a lack of ownership, of responsibility regarding a situation within a family unit. Let's get some more cards on the table and see what else comes up. I feel like this has, the situation has occurred over a long period of time. There is some healing from it on your part or the other person and or people's part. I do feel like there may have been some manipulation, some poor behavior, abusive behavior, not abusive necessarily, but an abuse of power within a relationship or a couple of different relationships. And right now, it feels like the power has switched hands. I do feel like there's some kind of balance that's occurring within this situation. I do feel like, you know, there's a lot of different things coming to me that feel confusing because they feel disconnected. The messages I'm getting right now feel very disconnected. But I get a sense that someone was trying to push a situation within a relationship. Someone was trying to manipulate, and I don't necessarily mean manipulate in a really bad way. I just feel like manipulate, in other words, use what power they had within a relationship to push something else, some other agenda, and that resulted in some self-defeating, it was self-defeating behavior that resulted in some kind of unsatisfactory conclusion. I don't want to use ending or conclusion because there's no indication of relationships ending or something closing out or ends of cycles. We have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. We don't have the World out on the table yet, if that shows up at all. So I don't feel endings, I just feel conflict, abuse of power, that kind of thing right now. And it's very muddled right now, Taurus, I'll be honest. So we have the Three of Cups on the table, clarifying the Magician. Well, the Three of Cups can be a very positive card, but this does indicate reunion, coming together, reconciliation, celebration, party time. Does indicate people coming together. I do feel, Taurus, that you may have been trying to force a, force a reconciliation or the coming together of some relationships in your life. We have the Wheel of Fortune again in reverse. This need to control the situation resulted in the opposite, I think, of what you were trying to move toward. Hey, Sylvester, what are you going to do? He is not a lap cat. He's been very needy today. He usually shies away from sitting on people's laps, so this is unusual. I'm going to work around him because, I mean, who doesn't want a cat in their lap? Well, I'm sure lots of people don't want cats in that, but I happen to like cats, so I'm gonna let him stick around because he's cute. He's so cute. So let's see what else comes up. Taurus, the last thing I need to do is get all distracted by him. No, you can't go on the table though, because I'm already distracted by the cards I'm looking at. Okay, this is interesting. Okay. So the Queen of Pentacles is showing up clarifying this Queen of Cups, and I want to start with this person first because this person feels very significant. This person's in your outcome energy. There's some kind of sadness or emotions attached to this person, and this person's also coming up as the Queen of Pentacles. So this is someone who's devoted, someone who is loyal, someone who is dependable, reliable, a solid individual, someone you want to have a relationship with. And there's something going on with this person that's emotional, that's caused them some grief, possibly some hardships. And I feel like you've been wanting to help with the healing of whatever's going on within this relationship, but there's been a lack of control, the ability to do that for some reason. Okay, Sylvester, I do love you dearly, but you really are just, you're gonna have to go down, okay? Okay, that killed me to do that. It killed me, but I had to. I feel like there is a sense of needing to approach this person with an apology or an offer of love, or just expressing love to make things better, to fix the surrounding energy between this person and you and other people. Again, we have the Queen of Swords here. The Queen of Swords in your pre-reading energy feels combative to me. Feels like there was something going on with this Queen of Swords and you. King of Pentacles energy is you. You also have the Magician and the Emperor in reverse. There was some kind of abuse of power or misuse of power, and I'm not accusing you, Taurus, of being, you know, a bad person. I just feel like there was a sense of you wanting to control a situation, and it didn't work. I think it was a sincere effort, but it didn't work. It resulted in imbalance. And you may have been trying to mend a relationship or help mend a relationship. Sorry about the noise. It's a helicopter outside my window. Let's see what else comes up for you, Taurus. There's still a lot of fuzziness in this reading. We have the Devil energy in reverse, clarifying the Mother of Fire. You're hanging on to this. event. You're hanging on to, I think, wondering why things went the way they did, or feeling like you're stuck with fixing this or accepting responsibility for this. We have the Two of Cups, clarifying the Two of Earth. You were seeking balance. You were seeking to balance out a relationship, whether this is you and another person, or you were trying to like be a mediator for two other people, or both. And it didn't work. Something went wrong. But there's healing happening. You got the Star card again. There's healing happening in some respects, and still a lack of balance. And there's the Three of Cups, this time in the reverse. Okay. All right, here's what I have. So you've been working on trying to fix things, at least maybe within yourself, because something went wrong in regards to a relationship. I feel like you were trying to be a mediator or trying to take control of a situation that really was out of your control. Ultimately, it was not something that you were able to fix or help with. There is a failure that has not rectified itself. It's an imbalance, and I do believe this is something that continues or has started fresh. This imbalance, there's some kind of relationship or situation that may have been unmendable, that I think you were trying to fix. But it failed, and the Death card in reverse tells me it's not going to be a successful endeavor. It's not something you should try again, because there's something about this that tells me that whatever you were trying to fix was not supposed to be fixed. And I do believe you were trying to help mend a relationship. A pair of people or a group of people that you are close to, you were trying to help mend and help bring them back together. You were trying to manifest a reunion, reconciliation, but what really ended up happening, it was your efforts were self-defeating, and that isn't going away. The Devil energy, you're trying to get out of taking matters into your own hands, where really it wasn't your place. And again, I'm not trying to make you look bad or judge you in any way, shape, or form. I do feel like your intentions were true, and I do feel like your intentions were good. And I get that feeling because this feels like your energy. You had nothing but good intentions and love for the people that you're dealing with. It just didn't work. And I think ultimately what ended up happening is you got left out in the cold. You may have been dismissed. You may have been told, this is not your place, this is not what you should be doing, you are not an active party in this problem or conflict, butt out. I don't know if those words were actually spoken to you or not. I do feel like this Queen of Swords has had some harsh words for you in the past. I don't know that you're speaking to this person anymore. If you are, communication is not super fun with them right now. Let's put it that way. And you might want to move away from, you want to get out of hanging on to some harsh memories. I do feel like there's a sense of wanting to fix things, and I'm not sure that you know how. But you feel a need to act despite maybe not being clear on how to do it, because you want to heal the situation. This Queen of Cups has the answers. This Queen of Cups has the information and the answers that you're seeking. They also have control over the situation. I'm not sure why. But this Queen of Cups / Queen of Pentacles has the power to either fix things or end things or help you understand things, help you learn what was really at the bottom of this matter, what happened, and why you weren't able to help, or why you weren't able to offer your assistance. I think you realize now, after a considerable amount of time has passed, and I think you struggled with this for a long time, but there's healing now. I think you've realized that things were out of your control, and you were a little reluctant to admit that for a while, because I do feel like you wanted to help or fix things. This feels like a family dynamic. There may have been a conflict between this Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. They're both in the reverse. The Queen of Swords, again, harsh energy. I do feel like she or he, remember, it's just, I say she because it's a queen card, but this energy can be masculine or feminine, male or female. But I do feel like this Queen of Swords has stood her ground. She's not budging. She's not changing her stance or her opinion. And I do feel like the conflict was between the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Okay, Taurus, one last round of cards. Let's see if we can't clarify any more for you. We have the Six of Wands in the upright position in your underlying energy, paired with the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Nine of Swords. Lovers in reverse. Two of Wands in reverse. King of Cups. Ten of Wands in reverse. With the Seven of Cups. Okay, so I do feel like you really wanted some success with the situation. You wanted to make things work. You wanted to see victory, but it didn't work. I think you made a sincere effort. I think your efforts should be recognized as not only sincere, but heartfelt. There was no, I mean, I see manipulation and a misuse of power, but it's not in a negative way. It was more like you were inserting yourself in a situation that you ultimately could not have an effect on. And I think that the people around you know the Queen of Swords, I do believe, and I do believe the Queen of Cups, and anybody else that might be surrounding you have an understanding that you were sincere with your efforts. You were not trying to make things worse. You were not trying to... in other words, you know what I'm trying to say. You were sincere in your efforts. You really wanted to maybe help mend this relationship between these people. But I think what you've realized is that the healing that occurred really was about an acceptance that I think the relationship between these two people that you're working with was over and continues to be over. And that's really what's healing these people, is that it wasn't a relationship that was meant to be. And this might have you in your head. It might be hurtful, it might be painful to think about, but it wasn't your fault. Let's get that out on the table right now, Taurus. Whatever happened between these people that you were trying to help with wasn't your fault. Whatever this relationship is, and whether these people are family or not, this relationship was not meant to be. And it wasn't your fault that it didn't, they weren't able to come back together. Your efforts were dissatisfying. You made a lot of choices regarding this matter moving forward, and ultimately you were not successful. And you may at this point in time be wondering what next, or feeling like, well, you know, I wasn't successful the first time around. Why would I continue to make an effort to work on this more? But you have love. You're the King of Cups. You're showing up as the King of Cups. You have a significant amount of love for the people you're dealing with. You care about them, and that hasn't changed. So I think at this point in time, Taurus, you're releasing this burden, the Ten of Wands in reverse, releasing the burden of feeling responsible or feeling like you need to move forward with making another effort. This situation may still be unresolved. Maybe there's still some confusion for you. Seven of Cups. Wondering, you know, I have to give up. There might be other things I could try, other options for moves I can make toward helping with the situation, but I think that you have to let this go. You have to release the effort to move forward with trying to fix things. So Taurus, I'm going to end that there. It was an interesting reading. One final note, you know, be true to yourself. You know what you have to offer, and, you know, just because you have people in your life that don't get along or can't collaborate or cannot maybe even be in the same room together, it doesn't mean you can't love them, that you can't care for them equally. It just means you have separate relationships with them. They don't have to be tied to each other to still have a relationship with you. So just know that. And I hope that this reading helped. If it resonated for you, I hope that it helped in you, you know, maybe having gained some clarity so that you can continue to heal and feel better about what happened. And I hope that you join me next time, Taurus. Take care. Bye.